Hello everyone! Today we're going to flip through the resource Introduction to the Instruments of the Orchestra. This resource is fully loaded with projectables, flashcards, coloring pages, worksheets, and more. So let's dive in. Instruments of the Orchestra is a great resource featuring the instruments of the symphony orchestra for students from kindergarten to grade 6. This resource has two projectable activities, Instruments of the Orchestra and What Instrument Do You Hear? Let's quickly run through how to open them and use them. We have a quick note about different computers and setups here so that everyone can access this great resource. You'll find quite a few classroom extensions and games inside this resource. We've included a few orchestral pieces to listen to with your students. You'll find examples from the classical era to the 21st century with many additional activities suggested to guide listening. These two pages dive into the projectables, Instruments of the Orchestra and What Instrument Do You Hear? Instruments of the Orchestra is a great way to introduce the students to the different instrument families, and the way the orchestra is organized. What Instrument Do You Hear is a game to help students recognize the different timbres of instruments. There are 3 sets of flashcards included in this collection: instrument pictures, instrument names, and a set with both. There are a few games and activities suggested here for different ways to use the flashcards. In the digital resource, you'll also find the printables, which include coloring worksheets for K to 6 and orchestra family worksheets tailored to certain grades. This collection also comes with assessment activities. There are 3 assessments available: Instrument Sort, Name the Instruments, and Master Musician. Master Musician is an assessment that evaluates a student's ability to recognize an instrument by its sound. It comes with a projectable and worksheets. On page 14, there are a few more optional assessment activities to use with the other parts of the resource. We've included a quick peek of what's available in the digital resource, but let's hop over to it instead. When you open the digital resource, you'll see 4 documents and 4 folders. You'll see number 1, Instruments of the Orchestra Projectable PDF. We've included it as a PowerPoint as well, so that everyone can access it. Let's open the PDF. When you're opening a PDF, make sure you open it using Adobe Acrobat. This will make sure that you will have access to all the audio. First, we see a menu page. Click on any of the sections to jump directly there. You can click on Menu to return to the menu page. Let's start by clicking on Listen to the Woodwinds. The first page we see is where the woodwinds are usually placed in the orchestra. If we go to the next slide, we can click to hear the woodwind family play. Now, let's go back to the menu and review the brass instruments. Click on an instrument to hear the sound that it makes. Let's return to the menu one last time and click on Review Instruments. This activity challenges students to remember the names of the instruments. Click on an instrument to see its name and hear it play. Great! The second file is the exact same activity but only using PowerPoint. Let's play the second activity, but we'll use the PowerPoint version this time. The princess has heard rumors that a prince was turned into a frog. Can you help her transform the frog back into a prince? You will see 3 different instruments. Click on the frog to hear the instrument play. Click on the instrument that you hear. If you get it right, you'll hear magic bells. If you're wrong, you'll hear the frogs in the pond ribbit trying to coax the princely frog back to the swamp. Let's play one together. Click on the frog to hear the instrument. What instrument do you hear? Could it be the violin? Aw, shucks. Well, let's try the flute instead. Awesome! Continue the game until you've turned the frog into a prince. This game is available in PowerPoint form as well as an interactive PDF. Now, let's dive into the assessment folder. The first document is the Master Musician Assessment Worksheets. These 2 worksheets can be used with the Instrument Assessment Interactive PDF and PowerPoint that are labeled 4 and 5 in this folder. Let's open the interactive PDF for the first assessment. Here's the Instrument Assessment number 1. Press the play button to play the instrument. Write down the instrument you hear on your worksheet. This is Assessment 1. Make sure you're using the Assessment 1 worksheet. On the worksheet, have students choose from the instruments written below. There are 10 questions in each assessment. The last 3 printable assessment worksheets are number 2, Instrument Sort Assessment, number 3, Name the Instruments Assessment, and number 6, Instrument Quiz. We've also included the Assessment 1 and the 2 audio in the Assessments folder in case you want to change up the order of the assessment. Now, let's go back to the digital resource and dive into the 4 Corners Instrument Family game. Here, you'll find the instrument audio, the instrument family signs, and a march to have your students march to. The instructions for the game are found in the teacher's guide. We've also included all the instrument audio as raw files for you to use in other activities and games suggested in the teacher's guide. The last folder we'll dive into is the printables folder. Here, you'll find the coloring worksheets, the orchestra family worksheets, the orchestra flashcards, a seating poster, and instrument family signs. Most of the worksheets have 2 levels, one that is suitable for students kindergarten to grade 2, and the other which is suitable for students in grades 3 to 6. That's it for the introduction to the instruments of the orchestra flip-through. Thank you for sticking through it with us. For more products like this, visit us at musicplay.ca. Thank you and have a wonderful day.